Guys, there's the XVS 650 in the background. I've just been doing a little bit of work on that. It's been a really terrible season and I haven't ridden it much over winter while I've been building the 750. So there's just a couple of minor things I had to do on it. Just been doing that this weekend. This is the XV 750 and I just thought I would do a quick walk around video of all the little details that I've done to the bike just in the last hours of light after work, just when I've got 15 minutes or I want to de-stress, just come out and do a few minor jobs. None of these jobs require a install video. They're all 10-15 minute jobs, but they add up over time to just help make the bike look authentic, in my opinion. So this is just a quick video of all the little details that I've done to the bike. I hope you enjoy. Guys, just a quick walk around of all the little details that I've done to the bike. Starting at the front, just got some eBay Dice valve stem covers. I popped these on most of the bikes that I've got. I really like them. It just adds to the rockabilly look and the sort of rockabilly iconography of the bike. I think they look great. They're cheap. I think it was $6 for both front and rear. Sort of represents the crap shot that is life, basically, and I really like it. It's just a small touch. Look cool, in my opinion. Sort of from factory, these are sort of chrome. On this bike, they were quite pitted, so I sanded them back and removed all the pitting and the peeling top coat. Got them to where I was pretty happy with them. But I didn't really want to shine them back up to chrome, so I've left them at brushed finish, and I really like the look of it. So ultimately, it's only really the engine casings that are chrome on the bike now. I've gone with brush on the levers and this external frame that holds the foot pegs on, the swing arm pivot. Even the silencers I've brought back to sort of a brushed finish. Just, yeah, chrome don't get you home, and I think the brushed look suits the bike a little bit more than all these things being sort of brought up to a mirror finish. On the front here, there was a big plastic moulded plastic chrome piece that had Yamaha emblazoned across the front. And I took it off, but then it looked a bit odd. So I just got a bit of, 25-30mm by 2mm bar stock from Bunnings that I had lying around in the shed. It had already surface rusted, so I just used a 20-cent piece to get the radius, cut it off with the angle grinder and the cutting wheel, drilled a couple of holes in it, put it on, keeps the cables back, and it just fills that piece without having Yamaha emblazoned across the entire bike. Well, down the back here, this is new. This bike was sort of meant to be the most rideable modified bike that I've got, and just ended up putting this to finish the back off. Put a sort of little tab on the back here of the number plate to screw it onto. Just increases the legality of the bike and ultimately gives me some degree of visibility from the back at night. This is not the brightest brake light you've ever seen, so bottom line is that this will help light up the back with the reflecting a car's headlights. I think it looks pretty cool, just makes it look a little bit more stock and a little bit less rough and ready. This is a Vietnam era military surplus bum bag I picked up. I used to have one on Gilby, and I managed to find another one, and here it is, and I think it looks great. In it, it holds a litre bottle of fuel, it holds a litre bottle of water and my Jetboil. I like riding my bikes to places where people aren't, and yeah, there is a little bit of a reduced range on this. It's still a couple hundred kilometres, but just having that 1 litre of fuel just adds to a little bit of peace of mind when I'm out in the middle of nowhere, that I might be able to get another 30 or 40 kilometres home, or back towards a fuel station, back towards where people are if I do run out of fuel. This is just a super cheap auto generic fuel filter. Because I run patinaed look bikes, I didn't seal the tank. There is a chance that it may rust a little bit inside, so I just run the fuel filter to collect that rubbish before it goes into the carby and blocks a jet. Ultimately, it works really well. Just cut the fuel line, add it in. Easy, 2-second job for peace of mind. Here, you've got an old leather belt that I found at the op shop for 50 cents. Thrift store or Goodwill store, op shop. Picked it up for 50 cents. It just acts as a glove holder. Also just adds to the sort of era-specific patinaed look I'm going for the bike. On this side, I was wondering what to do. I've done this before on a couple of other bikes and I really like the look of it. Without this and the bandana, there'd just be a big expanse of black of frame and convoluted tubing. So I came around this side and I used an eBay bottle opener. There is a mounting bracket that comes off here normally, and I cut that off just so that there's one mounting point, something very firm. Works really nicely. Again, a bottle opener on a vehicle. It's just that sort of rockabilly look that I'm going for, along with the bandana. Sort of the look of my bike so ratty and decrepit that ultimately I need a rag at hand to sop up all those oil leaks that it's got. It's also a throwback to the rag or bandana that the mechanics wear in their back pocket. Yeah, it's just that rockabilly look ultimately. I think it's cool. It's zip tied on. It's not reliant on a knot that can come undone. It's zip tied on. That's going nowhere, guys, and it just fills that negative space that would otherwise just be a big expanse of black. Just used a bit of Sikaflex, 1 drop of it, to put a Pure Blonde bottle cap on the stem nut. Yeah, just again, it just adds to the look, covers that, makes it look pretty cool in my opinion, and I like Pure Blonde, and that's a Pure Blonde bottle cap. Not much more to say, really. The clutch switch was playing up, and in my opinion, an experienced rider doesn't really need a clutch switch. It just stops you from being able to start the bike in gear, basically. If you don't have the clutch in, it stops it from just lurching forward, and mine was playing up, so I pulled it out. The 2 wires I just joined and soldered, covered in heat shrink, and poked them back down in underneath the binnacle here just to get rid of it. Then there was a gaping hole in the perch, so I just used some Selleys Knead It, scrunched it up, put it in the hole, and let it dry, and painted it with black epoxy paint. While I had that kneaded out, I used it to cap the mirror threads here. This one actually turned out really well. I'm quite happy with how that looks. Just finishes it off. Just a cheap, easy fix. I was doing this anyway. Just stops water from getting down and gunge getting down into threads where the mirrors used to be. This was on it, or it came with the bike when I bought it. I actually quite like it. I think it just suits the look of the bike, so I've put it on. Bike is starting to really come together now, and I've been doing some work on the 650. Got a new tyre put on it, just making sure it's all sort of tight and rideable. It's been a terrible winter, so I actually haven't ridden it that much while I've been building this. And I've got my Triumph that I use, and I've got my Royal Enfield that I use, so this bike just took a little bit of a back seat, and I've just been taking advantage of the better weather this weekend just to put the new tyre on and make sure everything's tight and lubed so that I can ride it again. And the XV750's really come on. I really like the look of it. They're two very, very different motorcycles. They're both fun to ride in their own way. Even though they're similar in the patina look, I'm really happy that they're not just a mirror image of each other. Guys, that was a quick walk around of all the small details I've done to the bike in the last few weeks. Just when I've got 15-20 minutes to myself after work. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a quick, easy one to make. This bike is starting to get really close to being finished. I've still got a couple of things to do. But make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can keep track with those upcoming videos. Give me a thumbs up if you'd like to support my channel. Make sure you jump onto buymeacoffee.com/iRideTaz, and it's the sort of resource I raise through things like Buy Me a Coffee that helps buy all these little things to put on the bike. Certainly doesn't cover all the costs, but the YouTube revenue and the Buy Me a Coffee revenue certainly allows me to put a few little things on the bike each month. So guys, I really appreciate the support. Till I see you next time, my name's iRideTaz. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm out.
Uh-huh.